Britt Frank's The Science of Stuck, Breaking Through Inertia to Find Your Path Forward, is a compassionate, science-based exploration of why people feel stuck in life and how to break free from cycles of paralysis, procrastination, and self-sabotage. Drawing on her expertise as a licensed psychotherapist and trauma specialist, Frank reframes stuckness not as laziness or weakness, but as a natural response of the nervous system to unresolved trauma, fear, and overwhelm. Her central message is that anyone can move forward once they understand the mechanics of stuckness and apply practical tools to regulate, reframe, and act. The book begins by normalizing the experience of being stuck. Frank explains that stuckness is universal, whether in relationships, careers, health, or personal growth. She dismantles the shame often associated with inertia, arguing that people are not broken, but simply caught in protective patterns. These patterns, rooted in the brain and nervous system, are designed to keep us safe, but often misfire, trapping us in cycles of avoidance and indecision. By shifting the narrative from "what's wrong with me" to "what happened to me," Frank empowers readers to approach stuckness with curiosity rather than judgment. A major theme is the role of the nervous system. Frank explains that stuckness is often a physiological state rather than a character flaw. When the nervous system perceives threat, it activates fight, flight, or freeze responses. In modern life, these responses can be triggered not only by physical danger, but also by emotional stress, uncertainty, or unresolved trauma. The freeze response in particular manifests as paralysis, procrastination, or indecision, the hallmarks of stuckness. Understanding this biological basis helps readers see that stuckness is not weakness, but a survival mechanism. Frank introduces practical tools for self-regulation. She emphasizes that before making big decisions or changes, individuals must first calm their nervous systems. Techniques include grounding exercises, breathwork, movement, and sensory regulation. By restoring balance, people can access clarity and creativity, making forward movement possible. She stresses that regulation is not optional, it is the foundation of change. Without it, attempts to push through stuckness often backfire, leading to burnout or relapse. Another theme is the importance of language and reframing. Frank argues that the words we use shape our experience of stuckness. For example, labeling oneself as lazy reinforces shame, while recognizing stuckness as a protective response fosters compassion. She encourages readers to reframe problems as puzzles, shifting some judgment to curiosity. This reframing opens space for experimentation and growth, reducing the fear that often accompanies change. Frank also explores the role of trauma in stuckness. She explains that unresolved trauma creates time capsules in the nervous system, where past experiences continue to influence present behavior. These capsules can trigger disproportionate fear, avoidance, or self-sabotage. Healing requires acknowledging these capsules, processing the emotions they contain, and integrating them into the present. Frank reassures readers that trauma does not have to define them. By working with the nervous system and reframing narratives, they can move forward. The book provides practical strategies for breaking through inertia. Frank introduces the concept of micro-yeses, small, manageable steps that build momentum. Instead of waiting for motivation or clarity, readers are encouraged to take tiny actions that signal safety to the nervous system. These micro-yeses accumulate, creating a sense of progress and reducing overwhelm. She also emphasizes the importance of choice architecture, structuring environments to support desired behaviors, such as removing distractions or creating accountability. Frank addresses common myths about change. She debunks the idea that people must feel motivated before acting, arguing that action often precedes motivation. She also challenges the notion that clarity must come before movement, insisting that clarity emerges through action. By dismantling these myths, she frees readers from unrealistic expectations and encourages them to embrace imperfect progress. Relationships are another focus. Frank explains how stuckness often manifests in relational dynamics, cycles of conflict, avoidance, or dependency. She emphasizes the importance of boundaries, communication, and self-awareness in breaking these cycles. By regulating emotions and reframing narratives, individuals can engage in relationships from a place of choice rather than compulsion. She also highlights the role of community in healing, noting that supportive connections provide safety and encouragement for change.